Hi guys, welcome back to the BMW Guy YouTube channel, and today we're going to be talking about the 5 things that I love about my BMW 1 Series. So this is a follow-on video to my 5 things that I hate about the car, and this is going to be a much easier video to make because there's so much that I love about this car that I could talk for days. The only difficult task is getting it to the sort of top 5 things that I love about the car. So yeah, let's get straight into it. This is my BMW 120D M Sport. It's a 2007 with the M47 engine. It's running about just under 200 brake. Standard there 177 PS, which is the equivalent to 175 brake horsepower. Diesel, nice and torquey. So yeah, let's get into number 1. Okay guys, so number 1 is going to be the overall looks of the car. In my opinion, this is one of the best looking era for BMW. It's the sort of the early to late 2000s. It's sort of an era where the car industry in general was fantastic. I mean, at the time of this car was released, you had BMW putting in a 5-litre V10 in the M5 and an naturally aspirated 4-litre V8 in the M3. So these are sort of times that we're never going to get back, unfortunately, just because of the fuel saving things. But as a result, I think these cars are sort of some of the most timeless looking BMWs so far. You've got great styling here. This is the M Sport, so it's got the sporty bumper, and you've got things such as air ducts that go straight to the brakes to cool the brakes, motorsport inspired, which is nice. You've also got your halogen lights. These were available with the xenon lights, which I do think look better, but it was very rare to get them on a M Sport car. Further to that, we've got our 18-inch alloy wheels. We've got the side skirts and slightly lower suspension, and yeah, I just think this generation of BMW 1 Series I think is actually the best one ever. It's closely followed by the F20 generation facelift models, which is the one we previously had, which was a 118D blue one. I've done a couple of videos on the channel quite far back, so you'd have to go quite far back to find it. But yeah, that I do think that's one of the better looking 1 Series as well. The new one, in my opinion, is absolutely crap. So yeah, and it's this sort of body line here, how you get the long bonnet, short rear ends, and it just looks like a nice car, really. Number 2 is going to be the simplicity and the quality of the interior. Now, this is secretly 2 in 1, but you know, I told you I struggled to get it into 5. So this interior, in my opinion, is all you're ever going to need in the car. It's sort of, iDrive was available, but it wasn't fitted to this car, and I'm so thankful for that, because I just think infotainment systems like iDrive and the screens are what date the car. As you can see, we've got a nice clean dashboard here. Got your lock, your traction control off buttons just there, nice and easy to get, rather than having to go through a menu like you do on the new BMWs. You've then also got all your climate controls, you've got Bluetooth, everything like that, everything that you need. You've got nice steering wheel controls here. M Sport wheel, anything, this one's looking a bit tatty because it's been sat in the sun. But yeah, in terms of materials, you've got lovely cold to the touch metal here, all down here, leather. No real hard plastics. It's all fairly well solid, and it's just a nicely pointed car. The sound system's good in it as well. The leather's good quality. It's worn well in this car. So yeah, that's number 2. Let's on to number 3 now, and that's going to be how simple these cars are to work on. So if you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I do all my own maintenance and all my own repairs. And to be honest, I wouldn't be able to do that if this car was a difficult car to maintain, but it's not. It's really easy to access. You only need a few tools, and I've actually got a video coming explaining all the tools that you'll need to work on this car. It's a full set, that's all you're going to need. So yeah, but like I said, you've got your airbox here, which is just unclipped. Do that nice and easily. Oil dipstick, oil changes are so easy to do on this car. In terms of, you've got plenty of space in here as well, that if you look, there's just empty space everywhere, because of the way this car was built, and it was built to hold a 6-cylinder straight 6 from the 130i. There is so much space under here, you just can't complain at all. So yeah, that's the next bit, is going to be, I really enjoy how easy this car is to work on. and moving on to number 4. Okay guys, so number 4 is the overall chassis dynamics of this car. This car, like I said, was built, this is exactly the same car as the 130i, which was the car capable of doing over 155 miles an hour. Had a 3-litre straight 6 engine, naturally aspirated. So even if you're buying the 116i, you've got to remember that this chassis is exactly the same and the suspension is exactly the same. So what that means is that you get an absolutely brilliantly handling car. This car will do things that it shouldn't be able to, in terms of the speeds it can go into corners, etc. It's absolutely fantastic, and that's helped as well by the nice grippy rear tyres. So yeah, overall performance of this car is phenomenal. I mean, I get just under 200 brake, 0 to 60 in under 7 seconds, and we get around 45 mpg from this, which is, you can't ask for more really. Tax as well is fairly cheap, but yeah, we'll get onto that. That's going to be number 5, is the total running cost of this car. Like I said, it's very, very good on fuel, given the performance. Also, tax is cheap, £10 a month or £120 for the year, which you can't complain at really. Maintenance is cheap because I do it myself. It's all fairly easy, parts are relatively cheap, and yeah, so that's the top 5 things that I love about this car. Why I probably will keep it for as long as I can, unless I am able to trade into a different BMW of the same era. I quite fancy the 7 Series of this era. But yeah, thanks for watching guys. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.